Chapter 8 Change Kelly's Perspective. I woke up in my bed, like usual, and changed into some purple jean shorts and a pink and purple tie-dye t-shirt with a bedazzled butterfly in the center. Running down the stairs, I saw Mommy sitting on the couch, but she looked different. She was wearing a tight black t-shirt that showed a little bit of her tummy, shorter black jean shorts, and skin-colored makeup. I almost never see her wearing makeup. Her hair also looked like she spent time on it rather than rushed to brush it. She smiled at me. "Good morning. You look nice." I sat down next to her, feeling uncertain. "Good morning. You look nice too." "Thank you. I went into the city last night looking for something new." "It's different," I tried. We heard a noise on the stairs. Looking over, I saw Syara walking down the stairs. With her hair down like it was especially messy, I've noticed she looks a lot more like Syara. I just don't say anything because I don't want to offend her. She froze when she saw Mommy. "Did you raid my closet? That's not a look I expected to ever see on you again." Mommy shook her head. I went into the city and bought these clothes for myself." Syara narrowed her eyes. "You spent some money on yourself? Is that a crime?" She sassed. "It's just unusual," Syara admitted. "I've also called off of work so Kelly and I could spend more time together." Mommy told us. "You did what?" Syara yelled. Mommy stood up and walked over to Syara. "You're the one who was giving me shit about not spending enough time with Kelly. I was talking about you taking extra shifts." Syara screamed. "I asked you to stop going in on your days off or staying over your shift. I never asked you to call off of work. You call me a bad mother for not being here, then get pissed at me when I take the time to be here." Mommy snapped. "Stop it!" I screamed, starting to cry. They both quieted down and looked at me. Mommy ran over to me and picked me up, hugging me tightly. "Shh, I'm so sorry. We shouldn't be doing this in front of you," Mommy told me. "You shouldn't be doing it at all," I said between hiccups from crying. "You're sisters." She sat down on the couch, set me in her lap, and began running her fingers through my hair. "We're sisters. We'll fight, but we still love each other. I'm just sorry you had to hear it." Syara walked over to us. "Your mom's right." She rubbed the top of my head lightly. "On another note, Raphael should be here soon." I gasped, excited. "Really?" "When he gets here, I have to leave for a little while. I'll be back within 2 hours." Mommy told Syara. "Where are you going?" Syara asked. "To find something at the store." Mommy responded. "Before you say anything not at Katzenberg." She put me down lightly on the couch. Syara crossed her arms. "I'm not buying this story. I can't tell if you're lying, but my instincts tell me otherwise. Your instincts are wrong." Mommy snapped. She smirked when we heard a knock on the door. "That's my cue." Chapter 9 Arrow, the Invisible Huntress's Perspective. I think I'll cut into this lovely conversation to share some key information about how I came to enter this mess. The girl, Jasmine, hired me to help her with something if she ever went insane. She explained to me her situation as a super immortal. Well, most of what I heard was what I read in her mind. It was midday. I was standing outside a rundown barn. I've known where the Mortal Syara team's base was for a while, but there was a particular member I wanted to talk to. Watching the base carefully, I had to make sure the agent I needed was alone in the barn. I kneeled down in the center of the barn, facing through the ground. Using flight and telekinesis at the same time, I managed to land softly on my feet at the bottom of the ladder. Walking into the main hall, I noticed the room was empty. Where is she? I scanned the room until my eyes rested on the door in the back. There. I walked into the room quickly, noticing Agent R sitting at a table working on a small bracelet. When she noticed me, she screamed and grabbed the button that summons the Syara team. Using my telekinesis, I pulled the button out of her hand and smashed it against the wall. She tried dashing to the door, but I used my power to shut the door, then grabbed her arm tightly. "Let go of me!" she yelled, terrified. I dragged her over to her chair and made her sit down. "Not yet. I need something from you." "Whatever it is, I'm not doing it," she told me. I kneeled down in front of her. "Listen, Rachel." I pulled her mask off of her face and threw it on the ground. "Sorry about your father. I wasn't aiming for him. I was aiming at the at the immortal following you. I didn't know why at the time, but now I'm guessing he knew who you are. That immortal had since been taken care of. Dead, she whispered. I gave her a short nod. Why do you think I would believe anything you say? She snapped. I don't. I stood up. But I figured you would like to know why I did what I did. She stayed silent, staring at her lap. I need you to make me some arrows, one strong enough to harm a super immortal, I demanded. Rachel stood up, crossing her arms, trying to hide her fear and anger. Look, even if I wanted to do this for you, which I don't, I can't. A mortal can't hold that much power. I smirked, standing up. I'm not mortal. Show me what to do, and I'll make it myself. She backed up. I grabbed her arm tightly, throwing her back into the chair. I'm not asking. I'm also not very patient. Shaking, she pulled out a few arrows with blue feathers from a chest close to her. She then pulled out a few purple crystals from her tool bag. Are you really a super immortal? Why should I tell you? I snapped, crossing my arms. If you are, then it should be easier to test the arrows. The god arrow. The one with the yellow feathers, it holds 4 crystals. The second the arrow pierces your skin, you have an arrow powerful enough. Well, given you are a super immortal, she explained. I grabbed the blue arrow and carefully attached 8 crystals to it. Absorbing the power, I attempted to stab my arm, but it bounced away. Carefully, I added 4 more crystals. Without hesitating, flinching, or expressing any emotion, I slammed the arrow into my arm, piercing the skin deeply. I removed the arrow and stared at it, expressionless as my stab wound healed. I need the rest of the crystals, I demanded. There are no more, she mumbled. Sweetie, I can read your mind. No, either you cooperate or figure out where a black hole leads, I threatened. She stared at me for a while before putting a marble pouch from her toolbox. Here. I snatched the pouch away from her. There's more in the mind collapse. Thanks, kid. She sighed, shaking. What are you going to do with those? There might be another super immortal. I fear there may be a storm coming. Not only your mortal teams, but the Syara team as well better be ready. The Syara team will stop whatever you have planned, she yelled. That's not a threat, I said. It's a warning. I'm not the enemy, but an enemy is coming. The door opened quickly. Agent M came charging in along with a male agent I didn't recognize. He had on a loose yellow tank top, dark yellow jean shorts, yellow sneakers, and a yellow mask.
The Invisible Huntress?
The boy exclaimed in a smooth Hispanic accent. I smirked. That's my cue to leave. Remember my warning. Using my telekinesis, I slammed the door shut, then crushed the light fixture, making it pitch black. Using the darkness to my advantage, I disappeared into the darkness. No matter what I've done, no matter what everyone thinks of me, I will face myself and all the trials and tribulations in my way. I will help protect in any way possible.